Happy holidays! I hope you're enjoying your time with your family and friends. Can you believe the year is almost over? And as we wrap 2024 and start looking ahead, I know many of you are thinking about new opportunities for 2025. How are we going to level up? How are we going to make that money? Maybe you've been considering starting a business, but you feel like you need this huge investment. You need thousands of dollars to get going. But I'm here to tell you that you don't need deep pockets to kickstart a business. There's so many creative, low investment ideas out there that could set you up for success. You don't need all those inventory, and most of these businesses are skill and service based. Hey, I'm Wendy Ama, and if you are new here, I love talking about all things business, career growth, and side hustles. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some business ideas that you can start with minimal investment. And these are things that all you need are the skills and the right attitude. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is web design and development. So this one is near and dear to my heart, web design. Now you might be thinking, Wendy, I don't know how to design website. How am I going to start a business like that? But here's the thing. I didn't know either when I started. So here's my story. A few years ago, I built a website for my own e-commerce store. Just something functional so I could sell my products online. Little did I know that that small project that I did would turn into a huge part of my career. I actually ended up loving it, and people started asking who designed my e-commerce site. And that was when I realized that I could also do this for others. Fast forward to today, I've worked with clients from healthcare professionals, beauty experts, and small business owners to content creators and entrepreneurs. And let me tell you, building websites is something that I have so enjoyed because I love creative things. Just seeing how a project can come together from scratch. So how I started was I began by learning from free online tutorials platforms like YouTube and courses on sites like Skillshare. I started with simple designs using platforms like WordPress and Wix, and then gradually, as my skills progressed, eventually I founded Lexicon Digital, which is my web design agency. That's actually my baby business right now. So web design is actually one of the most accessible businesses to start. You don't need a massive investment, just a laptop, internet access, and some time to learn. And websites are in such high demand across all industry, whether it's for small businesses, for bloggers, or even for e-commerce owners. That is something to consider. So here's how to get started. Number one is learn the basics. I started by learning WordPress, which is one of the most beginner-friendly platforms. And as my skills grew, I also learned Shopify and Squarespace. So there are countless of free resources online. And all these places I've mentioned, like YouTube, Skillshare, Udemy, where you can pick up web design basics at your own pace. Another thing you can do is to start building for yourself. One of the best ways to learn is by doing. So start by building a website for yourself or a small business or a friend. So once you have a project to showcase, you have proof of your skills, which will make it easier to attract new clients. Then over time, a strategy you can use is to diversify. So if you begin designing website for one particular industry, you can always move to other industries that interest you along the way. So just decide which industry do you want to design for. Do you want to design for everybody? It's just up to you to decide what you want to do moving forward. Every business needs a website that reflects their brand and engages their audience. Definitely don't need to be a coding expert. Platforms like WordPress, Shopify, Squarespace, Wix, they are user-friendly. But if you want to level up, you can learn a bit of HTML and CSS. That definitely won't hurt. You need to have a good eye for design. Make sure that your site looks good and function well. So what are the startup costs? This is actually a pretty low-cost business to start. You can get started with around $100 to $500. Most of that will go towards hosting and premium themes. So platforms like WordPress are free, but you might want to invest in some plugins or premium themes to really step up your game. Now, how can you market your web design business? Build a portfolio by designing your website for yourself or offering free services. Another way you can market your business is to share your work online, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on the different platforms, and showcase your portfolio. You can also showcase before and after of the websites you've built. So people love seeing the transformation that website have gone through, so you can highlight that. Once you've got a couple of clients, Ask for reviews and referrals because word of mouth is very powerful. And by the way, if you need web design services, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can easily get in touch with your girl, and I will be really happy to work with you. So the second business I'm going to talk about is 3D printing services. So if you're looking for something unique, 3D printing is an exciting option. So let's talk about 3D printing. It might sound super advanced, right? But honestly, getting started is easier than you think. You can invest in a basic 3D printer for as low as $200 to $500. And with this equipment, you can create custom products, prototypes, and even personalized items like jewelry. So if you want to get started in 3D designing, how do you get started? You need to learn the basics. There are plenty of beginner-friendly 3D printing tutorials online. Here on YouTube, you can find so many resources. Start by learning how to use these 3D modeling softwares like Tinker to design simple objects, and you go from there. And then once you're comfortable with the technology, you can now offer 3D printing services to small businesses, to inventors, or even hobbyists. There's always demand for custom prototypes or one-of-a-kind products. Another thing you can do is to get creative. You can expand into creating personalized products for events like custom figurines or accessories, which could be huge in a niche market. So the startup cost, as I said again, is really low to get into. So how do you market yourself as a 3D designer? Start with your family and friends. That's just the best way to start with any business. Experiment with the people around you. And then when you get that done, you can expand to local businesses. You can even try Etsy for selling. You can share your designs online, on Pinterest, on TikToks. And these visual platforms are perfect for showcasing your creations. So the third business I'm going to talk about is tech support for small businesses. Look, not everyone is tech savvy, but everyone needs tech support. So if you're that person that your family and friends call when their device is not working, why not turn that skill into a business? Tech support for small businesses is a great way to start a service-based business with very little upfront cost. You can offer services like troubleshooting, setting up software, managing IT systems, and helping businesses with their tech needs. So a way for you to get started in this line of business is, if you're already tech savvy, you can offer support using your existing knowledge on platforms like LinkedIn Learning or on Coursera. They offer great IT related courses. You can also start by offering your tech support to local businesses in your area, in your church, or startups who cannot afford a full-time IT person. As you gain experience, you can now expand your services and raise your rates. So the startup cost for having a tech support business, it doesn't require a big investment to start. You probably already have a computer, an internet connection. You might want to invest in a couple of certifications. Usually they're under like $100, but that's totally optional. When you're starting out, I'm not sure you need that, but most of your costs will go into your time to learn, to troubleshoot, and offer great services. So you can actually offer your services on Upwork, on Fiverr to start gaining clients. You can also create a LinkedIn page where you can post tips and show off your expertise, because that's the best way to build your clientele base. Also build relationships with small business owners in your community and offer to help them with their tech problems. The fourth business I'm going to talk about is digital product creations like ebooks, templates, courses. Well, digital products are a great way to build a business with very minimal upfront cost. Think those ebooks that you see online, printables, things that you can create once and sell over and over again. To me, that is the best kind of business. So here's how to get started. Pick a niche. So what do you know a lot about? It could be anything from time management to cooking, or even specific skills like web design, like I did. Create a digital product based on that. So when you create a product, you can use tools like Canva for templates or designing your ebooks using Microsoft Word or Google Docs. Then go ahead and sell it on platforms like Etsy, Teachable. There's so many platforms online that will allow you to sell your digital products easily. Once your product is created, it's all about marketing and driving customers to your page, to your website. That's why you need a high functioning site. Some of the skills that you need to do this business is a strong writing and design skills. If you're making ebook, you should be able to write in an engaging way or use online resources. And also, if you're designing templates, you should be able to use those online resources to make your product look professional and make it look marketable. So for this one, the startup cost here is super low. Many ebook and template creators use free tools like Canva. For marketing, again, social media should be your best friend. Use Pinterest, Instagram to share sneak peeks or free downloads to get people excited about your products. With this business, you need to focus heavily on marketing. So build an email list by offering a freebie and then promote your paid products through email. You can also sell your ebooks on Etsy, you can sell it on Amazon, you can sell it on Kindle and your own website. The final business I'm going to talk about is voice to text transcription service. So this is a simple but in-demand business that a lot of people are looking for. Whether it's transcribing podcasts, YouTube videos, or interviews, people are constantly looking for transcriptionists. So if this is something that you're interested in, it's very easy to get started. You can actually learn how to transcribe. There are websites like Rev that offer transcription services that you can practice on. And alternatively, you can also use tools like Alter AI to help you with your transcriptions. And you can get paid on freelance platforms like Fiverr or Upwork, where there's always a demand for transcriptionists. So what are some of the skills you need for this one? You need fast typing skills. So if you know how to type fast, good for you, but aim to type 60 words per minute or more. You need good listening skills, attention to details, and you need familiarity with transcription tools like Transcribe Me and those other tools out there that will make it easier. Startup cost for this is very low. All you need is your computer, your headphones, and maybe a transcription foot pedal if you really want to step up your game. You offer your services on freelancing sites, and you can also reach out to podcasters, reach out to video creators to offer your transcription services. You start a website or a LinkedIn to build credibility and showcase your work. So there you have it, some low investment options and creative business ideas to start in 2025. So let's make this our best year yet. The key is to find something that excites you and start learning. That is my motto for 2025. It's going to be learning all the way. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and click the bell for more tips on business and productivity and all the other juices here. So here's to a successful 2025, guys.